Hi, everybody. Sonia Rollins for Back Talk. Today's Chamber Spotlight takes us to Eddie V's, a restaurant that's already known for its great dining, but did you know it's equally as good as its bar? We're going to hear about the great bar menu and the great craft drinks that are done here. Join us inside. We are here with David Greekwick, managing partner of Eddie V's. David, thank you so much for letting us in.
Happy to have you here, as always, Sonia.
Yeah,
Thank
you know, Eddie V's has become a staple in Burlington. And it's been how long since you've been here?
Six years this past August, which is
kind of
2019, isn't it?
It goes by.
It flies,
Yeah,
really
yeah.
does.
So excited to talk to you about the bar, but I do want to ask you briefly.
Of course.
The whole conversation that we've always had about, are there too many restaurants in Burlington? Is there too much going on in Burlington? You know, speak to that.
Burlington has really become a destination location for dinner.
Yeah.
And it's in the suburbs. You don't have to drive into the city. So I actually think there's room for plenty more. I think that there's plenty of business out there for all of us. At the end of the day, if you're taking care of your guests, right, and you're executing at the level that you should, there's no reason why you wouldn't last in this community, especially when we have a chamber like yours that helps us and supports us and does these types of things.
I think it's, you know, it speaks in volumes at what Burlington offers, but it speaks in volumes to the caliber of restaurants we have. And
Couldn't
Eddie
agree
V
more.
sits there at the top.
We have some of the
quite
best.
frankly.
I mean, we have some of the best restaurants in the area around here with, I'm not going to speak to my competitors, but with Eddie V's being one of them.
So let's talk about some of the best, which is Eddie V's, right? And let's talk about the feeling you get when you come into here. So I can tell you that when you walk in, first of all, every guest is treated like they're the only person in the room. I say that sincerely. So that is really a special and unique thing. You know, it's not only now you get the experience, now we move to food, then you also move to the bar scene. And today we're really excited to kind of talk about the bar of Eddie V's. You know, everybody obviously knows that you can come in and have a great dinner here. You know, you can come in and do private dining, and we'll talk about that as well. But speak to the bar a little bit, the atmosphere of the bar.
Well, first thing, I mean, we have live entertainment in our lounge area every night, which is really great. Guests seem to love that. So it's, you know, I call it like this irresistible vibe when you come into our V lounge. It's a fun place to be. It's a very warm environment as far as, you know, the staff. Our bartenders, in fact, you're going to meet Jessica here in a bit. They've been with us from the beginning. Jessica opened this restaurant with me 6 years ago. She's still with us. But yeah, I mean, it's really the heart and soul of our vibe, right?
Yes.
The V lounge. It kind of dictates the environment and the atmosphere. We actually pipe the live music all through the restaurant, so you're able to hear it no matter where you're at.
Which is beautiful. Yeah. And you can get a full meal at the bar if you'd like to, but you can also get Eddie's Hours. So speak to Eddie's Hours a little bit.
Eddie's Hours is essentially it's our version of happy hour, but at the end of the day, it's a selection of discounted appetizers and cocktails that we offer. And you know,
which is unbelievable.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, there's some really great value on that menu. There's some really great food options on that menu.
So you can get that menu here.
Yep.
You can also get the full menu at the bar.
Yes, ma'am.
Now let's talk about a new thing that's coming on your menu: Wagyu
the
dumplings.
Wagyu dumplings is going to be on our regular menu. Yeah.
All right, so talk about that.
It's our ground Wagyu beef mixed with seasonings, hand stuffed in a dumpling shell, steamed and then slightly grilled, and it's served with a ginger soy dipping sauce, and it's delicious. We already tasted it with the chef.
Because it's only right, you had to.
Well, you know, it's the job, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's torture,
right.
But no, it's great.
So let's talk private dining for a minute, and we'll bring it back to the bar. I think people come in, they see the restaurant, they see the bar, they see the activity. I love to point out for people, whether it's the holiday season, whether it's a corporate gathering, a private gathering, speak to the private dining options, or event options, I should say.
So first of all, private dining is actually a very big part of our business. A lot of celebration dinners, right? Birthdays, anniversaries, that sort of thing. And we have 3 different options for that, right? So we have our speakeasy room that offers private dining, full AV capability, up to 16 guests. We have our Franklin room, holds up to 35 guests. And then we have our Hancock room, same deal, 4 walls and a door, full AV capability. With that being said, we're dinner only. We only open at 4 p.m. We can do very large parties for lunches, right? So we'll actually open early for private dining.
I love asking these kind of questions because sometimes people think it's got to be this big event for me to have it. But if you had 12 people and you wanted to have a room, could you in fact do that with Eddie V's?
100%, yeah. So the answer is yeah. We do much, you know, smaller dinners quite often. In fact, probably our most common are somewhere between 8 and 15 people that we'll do in a smaller space.
In addition to food, this is what I've been touting for a while. I mean, I really feel like where I've seen the bar raised significantly is at the bar, no pun intended, right? And with the bartenders who really are professionals. You know, I really, when you see some of the caliber of the drinks that come out, especially in a place like Eddie V's, it's almost a culinary experience in a glass, right?
I love the creativity behind our cocktail program. I think the idea is to really kind of put our own twist on certain things. We're going to talk about the Java Jewel today, which is our twist on an espresso martini, our smoked old fashioned, which is one of our top selling drinks. We're going to talk about the Maverick because it provides some really cool options.
The drinks that come out almost have a personality at Eddie V's.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean by
I
that?
do. I agree. Yeah, because it's different.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, at the end of the day, it's you're not going to get that exact same cocktail at any restaurant in the area.
We are here with Jess. You have been a bartender here at Eddie V's for 6 years, yes?
Yes, I have.
And I wanted to ask, because I'm always so intrigued, what made you want to be a bartender?
I just enjoy the people, the conversation, meeting new people, the stories.
This really is almost like a culinary art now. Would you agree, like the difference of when you started to what you're doing now?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
From when I first started, the big drink was the Cosmo. Now we're making vintage old fashions and smoked old fashions. The creativity that goes into it now is very different than it was 20 years ago. Let's go. We're going to start with the smoked old fashioned.
Adding some basil Hayden, it kind of provides this like toasted oak, like honey kind of flavor to the drink. That's why we chose that bourbon. Do a little bit of simple syrup in there for sweetness. And this ingredient here that she's adding now is our chocolate bitters, and that gives it this like velvety kind of chocolate flavor that is really, really delicious.
Yeah.
She'll show you here, but we stir this.
Tell us about that whole theory: stir, not shaken; shaken, not stirred.
So when it comes to bourbon, you do not want to shake it. It changes the color of it and the texture of the drinks. It gives it more of a yellowish color, and it changes the flavor as well.
Interesting.
This gets strained into a small carafe so that it can be served tableside. So she's going to stamp that ice cube, which is really cool. We have our EV stamp.
This is the cool part.
This is really what makes the drink in my mind. It's that smoky flavor. It really it's the whole experience, right? It's not just the taste, but it's also the smell of the smoke and the whole thing. It's become our most popular cocktail on our menu for years now.
I can see why.
And it's a really cool presentation, right? So we do this, right here at the bar, and then tableside. Jess will show you how we serve it.
I find it gets guests to talk as well.
Yeah,
So you can see that smoke comes right up.
that's right. And does that smoky flavor last in there, Jess?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It really does.
It
You can still
actually-
see it there.
Balances out the bourbon, so it makes it a lot smoother and enjoyable to drink. Sweet, smooth, and the smoke and the chocolate bitters take away that bite of the bourbon. Now we are making the Maverick. It's refreshing, it's light, and easy to drink.
I love it.
It's good with your choice of liquor. So we're gonna muddle a little cucumber, yes. With that little bit of elderflower, that's what makes it a little easier to change that drink a little bit.
Can we talk about the art of shaking?
Well, there's many different ways to shake. The one hand when you're busy, the two. The Maverick. Next is our twist on the espresso martini. We have the Java Jewel. So we just add a touch of orange to change it up a little.
Espresso martinis are popular not only for a dessert drink, right? Do you find that people order them a lot, Jess? Or?
We have people that come in and start with them. Sometimes you just need that little pick-me-up after a long day. And then the Borghetti, the important part. On this one, you need a really good shake. You gotta get the froth.
Okay, that's right. It's not just the beauty of the drink, it's the presentation at Eddie V's that's so beautiful.
The Java Jewel, it's kind of our twist on the espresso martini, as Jessica mentioned. We do add a little bit of Kettle One orange along with Kettle One, which brings a bit of a citrus kind of infusion to it. The Borghetti espresso liqueur actually has a little bit of a chocolatey flavor to it as well, not just with the coffee, but with a little bit of chocolate. Delicious drink.
Yeah.
And we top it with a little EV logo, which is really cool.
Whether it's a quick bite after work or a good time with a few friends or just wanting to try out a really beautiful cocktail, Eddie V's has everything you're waiting for. For Chamber Spotlight, I'm Sonia Rollins.